Mom said there are 3 things I should always remember.
Fluency is the ability to read with appropriate speed, accuracy, phrasing, and expression. Good readers read at the same speed at which they speak. They correctly identify and pronounce the words they read. Good readers chunk words into meaningful phrases and use intonation and expression when they read out loud. Fluent reading is necessary for comprehension. Guided, repeated, oral reading helps improve fluency. You'll see a learner and a tutor practice this strategy in 5 different ways: reading to the tutor, duet reading, echo reading, cross-generational reading, recorded reading. You'll now watch a learner and a tutor using the guided, repeated, oral reading strategies of duet reading, in which the tutor and the learner read a text together out loud, and recorded reading, in which a passage is recorded by the tutor and learner to demonstrate how direct, explicit fluency instruction can improve a learner's reading speed, accuracy, phrasing, and expression. They talk about each strategy's specific purpose and evaluate which is the most effective in helping the learner reach her goal to read fluently and with confidence in front of a group. They also demonstrate how recorded reading can document a learner's progress in becoming a more fluent reader in a relatively short time.
So remember when we were practicing the guided oral repeated reading, where the repeating helps you with your speed, your accuracy, and your expression and phrasing.
Okay.
Super important when you have to read in public, right?
Yes.
For that particular purpose, I really want to show you a technique where we can use the recording to show you how much it works.
Okay.
So I found this app on my phone, and it's free, so I downloaded it and thought we'd try it. So I could record you reading it through the first time. Then we'll practice the duet reading for speed, and it'll help with accuracy and phrasing too, but it's primarily going to show you how much your fluency increases in speed. And then when you practice it a few times with me, then we'll have you read it again, and I'll record it the last time so you can really listen to the difference. Okay? Does that sound good? So show me the passage that you have picked out. So for practicing with the recorder, is it okay if we just go to this paragraph here?
Okay.
Is that about that you're going to read, or the amount that you're going to read?
read the whole thing, but okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Well, this is perfect because I'll show you how this works, and then we'll find the app, a similar recording app for your phone.
Okay.
And you can do it at home. I'll show you how to use the technique at home.
All right.
Okay. So we're going to start by reading it together up here, right?
And the title is How It Works.
Tell me when you're ready,
Okay.
and I'm going to start the recording. You're going to read it through the first time by yourself.
Okay. Ready. Rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. Those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not completely give themselves to this simple program. Usually men and women who are constitutionally incapable of being honest with themselves. They are those too who suffer from grave emotional and mental disorders, but many of them do recover if they have the capacity to be honest.
Wow, you did a great job on that. We'll just see if the 2 or 3 times of practicing it together increases your speed.
Okay.
And hopefully accuracy and expression.
Okay.
All right? So, how it works. Rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. Those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not completely give themselves to this simple program. Usually men and women who are constitutionally incapable of being honest with themselves. But many of them do recover if they have the capacity to be honest. How'd that feel?
Good.
Is it hard for you when I'm reading with you?
Yep.
Okay, just focus on your own
Okay,
and pretend I'm just a
echo.
Okay.
Okay.
How it works. Rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. Those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not completely give themselves to this simple program. But many of them do recover if they have the capacity to be honest. Is it feeling more familiar at least?
Yeah.
I mean, sure, repeating certainly makes you more familiar with the text, and you're getting smoother. So, one more time?
Yep.
Okay. How it works. Rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. Their chances are less than average. There are those too who suffer from grave emotional and mental disorders, but many of them do recover if they have the capacity to be honest. Okay. That's not an easy passage.
No.
There's hard words in there, but you're doing great. So do you feel like you're ready to try it again and see if we picked up any speed or if your fluency sounds better overall?
Okay.
Okay. So this time you just tell me when you're ready to start so I can start the recording.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Ready. How it works. Rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. Those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not completely give themselves to this simple program. There are those too who suffer from a grave emotional and mental disorder, but many of them do recover if they have the capacity to be honest.
Awesome. How did that feel the last time?
Better.
Better than the first time?
Yeah.
And better than the times with me?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think this is a worthwhile practice?
Yeah.
Okay.
This was one of my goals when I came here, when I first started, was to be able to read this, because I wouldn't read it. I'd be ugly when they asked me to read it.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. So
to
how
be able
proud
to read this.
of you, I mean, of yourself are you that
Very,
you can...
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these techniques, though, could take you to the whole nother level.
Yeah.
So you just increased your speed. Your first recording was 1 minute and 3 seconds. Yeah, it was 1 minute and 4 seconds, the first one. So let's play that one. See how that sounds.
Constitutionally.
Let me start at the beginning.
Thoroughly follow our path. Those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not completely give themselves to this simple program. Usually men and women who are constitutionally incapable of being honest with themselves. There are such unfortunate. They are not at fault. They seem to have been born that way. They have the capacity to be honest.
Wow, you did a great...
We've seen a person fail.
You did a great job. Okay, so now I want to listen to the last one you did that was 57.
Rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. Those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not completely give themselves to this simple program. But many of them do recover if they have the capacity to be honest. Wow.
Wow.
More confident, seem like.
Very, yeah. Yeah, and faster, just smooth. You know, the fluency is the fluid, smooth transition from one word to the next, one sentence to the next, one phrase to the next. So that particular technique was really focusing on speed, and we saw that that works. Yeah. And the recording thing would be a great tool for you to use when you want to practice independently. And you know, you have something specific that you want to use. Now, different passages might even require a couple of different techniques. So, for instance, we could practice like we just did, doing the duet for speed, or you could practice re-listening to yourself, recording it, practicing it 3 times, recording it again, if you were doing it alone. But then you could come in and do reading to me to work on accuracy. on the same passage. So we
Okay.
could hit it from a couple different angles depending on what you want to achieve.
Okay.
You know, so if it's something you want to read to your granddaughter, maybe we just work on phrasing and expression, and then you read it to me for accuracy. Or, you know, there's different ways we can use these combinations of techniques together.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
So you feel good that you
Yes,
could
I
really
do.
hear the difference?
Yeah. Very
Do-
much,
do
because you can hear yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you surprised how you sounded?
I did.
Do you think if we found an app for your phone that you would use it at home?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Okay,
yeah.
let's do that next time.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
It's important for you and your learner to know that you're making progress towards her reading goals. Recorded reading is an excellent way to demonstrate improvement and document progress in your learner's reading fluency. Seeing progress can motivate you both by showing you that your time together is making a difference. You've seen a tutor do quite a bit of talking when explaining a new strategy. During most lessons, you and your learner would be equally talkative.